Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive with us. You know how much we love exploring new ways of thinking about personal growth. And today we're diving into a YouTube video that really caught our eye. It's called, Oh, You Can Heal Your Life, Chapter 5. What do we do now? Hashtag positive thinking, hashtag personal growth, hashtag positive. And it's from a channel called Affirmations Land.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that channel. They got some really interesting stuff.
Yeah, and this video especially. It talks about how we can break free from those negative patterns that kind of hold us back
Yeah.
and how to use affirmations and a more holistic approach to, really create change.
I think a lot of people struggle with that, like recognizing those negative patterns in the first place.
For sure. And this video doesn't shy away from that. It jumps right in talking about, those messy parts of life we all have.
Yeah, it uses the example of like getting stuck in a cycle of anger.
Right. And then it asks this question that I think is so important. Do we resist change even when we're unhappy?
That's a good one.
Because I think a lot of us do.
Oh, absolutely. It's like we get comfortable with what's familiar, even if it's not really working for us.
Yeah, it's like we'd rather stick with what we know, even if it's causing us pain.
Right. And the video suggests that this resistance, it actually comes from a deeper place, like a fear of the unknown.
It's scary to think about what we might find when we start digging deeper.
Exactly. And the video makes this point. It says that willingness is the first step toward change.
Oh, that's so true. But it's not just about wishing things were different. It's more about a shift in mindset, right?
Absolutely. It's about changing our thoughts, our words, how we express ourselves.
And that's what the video really emphasizes. It's like that saying, as within, so without. Like if we want to change our outer world, we got to start by changing our inner world.
Right. And they give a really practical example, like taking a negative statement, something like, my life is a mess, and turning it into a positive affirmation, like, I am in the process of creating positive changes.
I love that. It's so simple, but so powerful. It's like
Yeah.
we're reframing our reality.
Exactly. And what's interesting is when we use positive affirmations consistently, it can actually reprogram our subconscious mind.
Really?
Yeah, it's like we're planting seeds of possibility.
That's a great way to put it. It's like we're training our minds to focus on what we want and to believe in our ability to create it.
Exactly.
So the video actually has this exercise where you take a list of negative thoughts and turn them into positive affirmations.
Oh, yeah, I remember that part.
Like one example they give is, I hate my job, becomes, I am now creating a wonderful new job.
Right. It's about shifting our focus.
Totally.
And I think the key is to really connect with the feeling behind the affirmation. It's not just about repeating the words. It's about feeling the truth of it in your heart.
Like really embodying it.
Yeah, like imagine yourself living in that reality where you have that amazing job you love and feel the excitement and the fulfillment.
I love that. It's like we're sending a powerful message to our subconscious mind.
Yeah.
That this is what I believe and this is what I'm creating. And the video goes on to talk about the importance of believing that we deserve those good things.
Right, like feeling worthy.
Yeah. And I think that's where a lot of people get stuck.
Oh, totally. We have these beliefs of unworthiness that hold us back from what we truly want.
Right. And the video encourages us to challenge those beliefs. And they have some really powerful tools for doing that.
Like the mirror exercise.
Yes. Where you look at yourself in the mirror and say, I deserve to have what you desire, and I accept it now.
Have you ever tried that?
You know I have. And it's surprisingly powerful. I think there's something about looking yourself in the eye and speaking those words out loud.
Yeah, it's like we're having a direct conversation with our subconscious.
Right. And we're acknowledging our worthiness and giving ourselves permission to receive those good things.
Exactly.
And that ties in perfectly with the video's emphasis on a holistic approach to change. It's not just about affirmations or mindset. It's about taking care of ourselves on all levels, body, mind, and spirit.
Right. It's about recognizing that those aspects are all interconnected.
Exactly. And the video gives some examples for nurturing each area.
Like for the body, they talk about nutrition, exercise, and body work, like rolfing or massage.
Right. And for the mind, they suggest visualization, affirmations, and psychological techniques, like hypnosis or art therapy.
Yeah, and even though they don't explicitly mention practices for nurturing the spirit, I think it's implied in the overall message.
Totally. It's about connecting with something larger than ourselves.
Right. Whether that's through nature or creativity or spirituality.
Exactly. What stood out to you about this holistic approach?
I think what I liked is that it doesn't prescribe a specific path. It's more about offering a menu of options. And encouraging you to explore what resonates with you personally.
Yeah, it's about recognizing that there's no one-size-fits-all approach.
Right.
What works for one person might not work for another. So it's about finding what truly nourishes you.
Exactly.
But the video also acknowledges that this journey of personal growth, it's not always easy.
Oh.
They introduce this concept of a healing crisis, which can happen when we start to change those deeply ingrained mental patterns.
Right. It's like we're stirring things up, bringing those hidden beliefs to the surface.
And it can be really uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. They actually use this analogy of cleaning a really messy Thanksgiving turkey pan.
Okay. I like where this is going.
When you first start scrubbing, it looks even worse. All that gunk gets loosened up.
Right.
But if you keep at it, you eventually end up with a sparkling clean pan.
I love that analogy
Yeah.
because it shows that facing our inner resistance can be tough.
Yeah.
But it's so important to keep going even when it's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Persistence is key.
And that brings us to another powerful tool that the video highlights for releasing resistance: mirror work.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Have you ever tried mirror work?
You know, I have. And it's surprisingly effective.
Yeah, it can feel a little awkward at first, but
Mhm.
there's something about looking yourself in the eye and speaking those affirmations out loud.
Absolutely. It's like we're having this heart-to-heart with ourselves.
Right. And we're choosing to let go of what's holding us back.
Exactly.
And the video ends with a collection of really powerful affirmations that I think are worth highlighting.
Oh, yeah. There are some gems in there.
Some of my favorites are: I am willing to change. I am teachable, I can learn. And thoughts no longer have power over me. I am the power in my world. I choose to be free.
Those are all so good. It's about taking back our power and choosing to create a reality that aligns with our deepest desires.
Exactly.
And I think the key to making affirmations truly effective is to go beyond just repeating the words. It's about feeling them, believing them, and embodying them in our actions.
It's about aligning our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors with the affirmation.
Yes. Creating a synergy that propels us towards the change we want.
That's a great way to put it. It's about integrating those affirmations into our lives,
Exactly.
making them more than just words, but our reality.
Right. So many people think affirmations are just about wishful thinking, but it's about so much more than that.
Totally. It's about actively creating the life we want.
And it all starts with that willingness to change.
Absolutely. And a belief in our own potential.
That's the foundation of it all.
And this video gives us some really practical tools to help us along the way.
It's a great starting point for anyone who's looking to dive deeper into personal growth.
I agree. And I think what I love most about this video is that it emphasizes the importance of finding what works for you.
Yeah, there's no one right way to do this.
It's about exploring different approaches
Yeah,
and creating your own unique path.
that's the beauty of it.
And remember, it's a journey, not a destination.
So be patient with yourself.
And enjoy the ride.
Exactly.
This is just the beginning of our deep dive into this topic, and we'll be exploring more fascinating ideas and techniques in the next part of this episode.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. So much to unpack from that video, Rob.
Oh, yeah, it's like a treasure chest of ideas.
I was thinking about how all of these ideas connect to the bigger picture of personal growth, you know?
Yeah, it's like they've given us the tools, but it's up to us to figure out how to use them.
Exactly. And speaking of tools, I know a lot of people are skeptical about affirmations. They're like, is repeating positive phrases really going to change my life?
Right, it sounds almost too simple.
But I think it's about recognizing that our thoughts and beliefs really do shape our reality.
Absolutely.
So when we consistently feed our minds with those positive affirmations, we're essentially reprogramming our subconscious.
It's like we're planting seeds of possibility.
And the video really emphasizes the power of belief. It's not just about saying the words, it's about feeling them, believing them, and living them.
Right. It's about that emotional connection.
And the video talks about the power of repetition, like we're creating new neural pathways in our brains.
Think of it like building a muscle. You wouldn't expect to see results after lifting a weight just once.
Makes sense.
It's that consistent effort that makes the difference.
We're training our minds to focus on the positive and to believe in our own potential.
Exactly.
And as we shift those internal beliefs, we start to see changes in our external world too.
Right. It can impact our relationships, our careers, our health.
It's like a ripple effect.
Yeah, everything is connected.
But it's important to remember that personal growth is a journey, not a destination.
Oh, definitely. It's an ongoing process.
And the video doesn't present it as a quick fix. It's more about lifelong learning and growth.
Right. It encourages us to stay curious, and to keep challenging those limiting beliefs.
It's like we're constantly evolving, uncovering new layers of ourselves.
And the video gives us all these different tools to help us along the way.
Affirmations, mirror work, nutrition, body work.
It's like a buffet of options.
And what I find empowering is
Yeah.
that it doesn't say there's one right way to do it.
Yeah, it's about finding what works for you.
What resonates with you personally?
Creating your own personal toolkit for transformation?
It's about finding what feels authentic and sustainable.
Absolutely. Because personal growth is not about forcing ourselves into a mold.
It's about discovering our own unique path
And honoring our individual journeys.
and embracing the process.
And with all its ups and downs.
The video reminds us that transformation isn't always easy, but it's always worth it.
It's about cultivating that belief in ourselves and our potential.
Even when things get tough.
Yeah, those are the times that really test us.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
what's one practical step someone could take today to move towards a more positive and fulfilling life?
Let's see. I think one of the most accessible tools we've discussed is affirmations.
Oh yeah, those are great.
But it's not just about picking any random affirmation. It's about choosing ones that resonate with you and that address specific areas you want to work on.
So like if you're feeling stuck in negativity, you might choose an affirmation like, I choose to focus on the positive in every situation.
Exactly.
Or if you're struggling with self-doubt, you could use something like, I am confident in my abilities and I trust my inner wisdom.
Right. And the key is to really feel it. Visualize yourself embodying those qualities.
And make it a part of your daily routine.
You could write them down, post them where you'll see them,
Put them on your mirror or your desk.
or even record yourself saying them and listen to it throughout the day
I like that. It's about finding what works for you.
and being consistent.
Even a few minutes each day can make a difference.
Absolutely. The more we practice, the more natural it becomes.
And as we nurture those positive beliefs, we start to see them reflected in our experiences.
We attract more positivity into our lives.
And we become more empowered to create the reality we desire.
Exactly.
So remember, you have the power to choose your thoughts, to shape your beliefs, and to create a life that's aligned with your deepest desires.
And you don't have to do it alone.
There's so many resources out there to support you.
Books, podcasts, therapists, coaches.
It's about finding what works for you.
And remember to be kind to yourself along the way.
Personal growth is a journey.
It's about embracing the process
Celebrating your progress.
and learning from your challenges.
Most importantly, enjoy the ride.
Yeah, have fun with it.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and talk about another interesting concept from the video, the healing crisis.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It's like when things get worse before they get better.
Right. Like we're stirring up all the old stuff.
All the limiting beliefs and emotional baggage.
And it can be really uncomfortable.
The video uses this analogy of cleaning a Thanksgiving turkey pan.
Oh, I remember that one.
When you first start scrubbing, it gets even messier.
All that gunk comes to the surface.
But if you keep at it,
You end up with a sparkling clean pan.
it's a great analogy because it shows that facing our inner resistance can be tough, but it's necessary for real transformation.
Yeah, we got to get through the messy part to get to the clean part.
And the video gives us some tips for navigating this healing crisis.
Like being aware that it's a natural part of the process.
Right. It's not a sign that you're doing something wrong.
It's just a sign that you're moving through something.
And it's in those moments of discomfort that we often discover our greatest strength.
Yeah, we tap into our resilience,
And the video also emphasizes self-care.
especially during those times.
It's about being gentle with ourselves,
Honoring our needs.
creating space for rest and rejuvenation,
It's like creating a sanctuary for ourselves.
a safe space to heal.
And remember, you don't have to go through it alone.
Reach out for support,
A therapist, a coach, a friend.
someone who can hold space for you.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
And the video highlights another powerful tool for navigating challenges. Mirror work.
Oh, yeah, I love mirror work.
It's about using the mirror to confront our negative self-talk.
And replace it with positive affirmations.
The video gives a specific process. Look into your eyes, touch your throat, repeat the affirmation.
I am willing to release all resistance.
Have you tried this yourself?
I have, and it's incredibly powerful.
Yeah, at first it can feel awkward, but there's something profound about looking yourself in the eye and speaking those words.
It's like a direct conversation with our subconscious mind.
We're acknowledging those fears and blocks and choosing to let them go. And as we continue this deep dive, We'll explore mirror work even more and how it can support our personal transformation journey. It's really amazing how much we've uncovered in this deep dive, exploring this Affirmations Land video, from those messy parts of ourselves to the power of affirmations.
And how to deal with a healing crisis.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we've been peeling back the layers.
And going deeper and deeper.
And speaking of tools for transformation, remember that mirror work technique?
Oh, yeah, that one's powerful.
I'm curious, though, do you find that people are sometimes hesitant to try it?
Oh, absolutely. It can feel a bit vulnerable, looking at yourself in the mirror like that.
Right, like really facing yourself.
But I think that's where the real magic happens.
The video gives a pretty simple process. You look into your eyes, you touch your throat, and repeat the affirmation.
I am willing to release all resistance.
What do you think is the significance of touching the throat there?
Well, the throat is often associated with communication, both with ourselves and with others. So by touching the throat while saying that affirmation, it's like we're acknowledging any blocks we might have.
Yeah.
Around expressing ourselves authentically.
Oh, I like that. Like giving ourselves permission to speak our truth.
Yeah, to let our voices be heard.
And the affirmation itself. I'm willing to release all resistance. It seems so crucial.
Yeah, it is. Because resistance is often what keeps us stuck.
Right.
It prevents us from embracing change.
It's like we're clinging to the familiar, even when it's no longer serving us.
Exactly.
So by consciously choosing to release that resistance
We create space for growth and transformation.
and saying it while looking into our own eyes, it's like we're making a commitment to ourselves
We're acknowledging our own power.
to choose a different path
To let go of what's holding us back.
and step into a more authentic way of being.
Exactly.
Like we're reclaiming our power
Ah.
and reminding ourselves that we're not defined by our past.
Right. Or by our current circumstances.
We have the power to create a new reality.
A reality that reflects our truest selves.
That's such a powerful message.
It's about hope and empowerment.
And it reminds me of those affirmations at the end of the video.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Huh?
I'm willing to change. I am teachable. I can learn. Thoughts no longer have power over me. I am the power in my world. I choose to be free.
It's all about choice, isn't it?
Like we have the power to choose how we think and feel.
How we respond to the world.
It's like taking back control
Steering ourselves in the direction we want to go.
and that destination. As this video shows us, it's a life of joy, purpose, and fulfillment,
A life where we embrace our unique gifts.
where we cultivate self-love.
And create a reality that truly reflects who we are.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's one small step our listeners can take today to move towards that more positive and fulfilling life?
Maybe try that mirror work technique.
That's a good one.
Or choose an affirmation that resonates with you.
And really make an effort to embody it.
Even the smallest steps can make a big difference over time.
It's all about taking action.
Creating a life that aligns with our deepest desires.
This deep dive has been such a fascinating journey,
We've covered so much ground.
and we hope it's inspired you to start your own personal growth adventure.
You have the power to create a life you love.
So keep diving deep, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep believing in the power within you.
Until next time.
Keep shining bright.